Good morning, students. Let's start our new topic, that is expression tree. Okay, so in this, it's a very interesting topic. You have a note and pen with you to solve more problems. Okay, so expression tree, as the name says, what in my expression tree means, when you represent your expression in a tree data structure, we call that as an expression tree. Okay, so I repeat once again, when you represent expressions in your tree data structure, we call it as an expression tree. Okay, so last class we discussed about tree data structure, different types of tree data structures, what is the purpose of tree data structures, isn't it? And we discussed about a tree traversal, why we have to use this tree traversal, not that is not in your linear data structure, why we have to use that one in your non-linear data structure, what is the purpose of traversal, isn't it? And next topic is that expression tree. Let's see what is my expression tree first, and next let us see how we can construct expression tree. Okay, so first one, so expression tree is a special kind of binary tree. Already we discussed binary tree a lot, isn't it? So what is my binary tree? When you have branches not more than two children, okay, sorry, two branches in a particular node, means we call that type of tree as a binary tree. And if I say this expression tree, so it is a special kind of a binary tree in which is used to represent all your expressions, means we call it as a expression tree. Okay, so how we can what are the different types of expressions we have, means we have a infix expression, postfix expression, and prefix expression. Already we discussed all these three expression in your second unit, isn't it? Three types of expressions, and we are going to see that suppose if you have these as input, means how we can represent that expression in your expression tree. Okay, so what is the use of this expression tree, means in order to evaluate the expression, we can use this procedure. Okay, this expression tree. And let us see what is the rule to be followed in your expression tree, or while constructing your expression, what are the things you have to remember. Okay, so you all know that if you take any expression, you have to remember the two things. One is the operand, other one is the operator. Okay, so say suppose if it is a plus b, means, so in your a plus b, I call this b is a plus is the operator. Okay, so this is plus is the operator, and I call this a and b as a operand. Okay, so in this expression I have two operand and one operator, isn't it? So you remember this one, operand, it's nothing but a, b, or 1, 2, 3. Okay, so if you get any characters like this, means we call it as a operand. And operator means if you have a plus, minus, slash, power, okay, all these comes under a operator. Okay, and if I say expression tree, all the leaf node contains only the operand. It means that, so what do you mean leaf nodes? So if you don't have any branches, if you don't have any children or child, means then I call that particular node as a leaf node, isn't it? So these are comes under your leaf node. So so what you have to remember in the case of your expression tree, means always you can have a operand should be placed in your leaf node. Okay, so these are the operand a, b, c, d, or 2, 6, all these we call it as a operand. Always you have to place your operand in your leaf node, and your operators like asterisk, next one is slash, all these one. Okay, all the other operators you have to represent in your internal nodes or parent node. I hope you remember what I mean by internal node. Internal node means at least you should have one child. We call it as a internal nodes, isn't it? So all the operands should be placed only in your internal node, and all the operands should be placed at your leaf node. Okay, so this is the rule should be followed in your expression tree. So you have to remember this one while constructing your expression tree. So this is first example of your expression tree, and this is your second example of your expression tree. Now let's see what are the different types of expression and how we can construct our expression tree. Okay, so we all know that what are the different types of expression. We have an infix expression, prefix expression, postfix expression. Let us refresh that expressions once again. So infix expression means when you keep your operator in between the two operands. Okay, that is your asterisk is your operator. When you keep this operator between your two operand means, then we call it as an infix expression. Okay, and prefix expression means first you will have a operator, then only you will have a operand. Okay, so when you get like this means, then I call it as a prefix expression. So prefix expression means always you will give preference to operator first. Okay, and postfix means last only you will have a operator. So you have to remember in this way. So prefix, postfix, you all know that that is the opposite to each other. So prefix means first you will have a operator, and postfix means at last only you will have a operator. Okay, so remember these expressions, because you are after depends upon the input of the expression only you are going to construct the expression tree. So first I'm going to explain the construction of an expression tree using postfix expression. So is it okay till now? Shall I continue? Can you follow?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, ma, okay. Yeah, let me start construction of your expression tree. Okay, so construction of an expression tree using postfix expression, you will be having two methods. Okay, using these two methods, you can construct an expression tree if you have an input as a postfix expression. So let's start from your first method. So first method I'll be using a stack. I hope you remember what I mean by stack. Okay, stack stack is a linear data structure in which insertion and deletion, that is the push operations and pop operations, can be done at only one end. I call that end as a top, isn't it? So I'm going to use the stack data structure over here in order to construct an expression tree. So first one, what happens, what you're going to do in your first step means, first you are going to read only one symbol at a time from your postfix expression, because your input will be in a postfix expression, because this is a using your postfix expression you are going to construct an expression tree. So definitely your input will be in the form of a postfix expression. So first step what I am going to do means, I am going to read only one input character at a time. Okay, and I'm going to check that particular character or particular symbol happens to be a operand or operator. This is your second step. Okay, if it is a operand, then what I have to do. If it is a operator, then what I have to do. Okay, so second step is that I have to see whether it is a operand or operator, isn't it? And if it is a operand means, then what I have to do, I have to simply create a node, and I have to push that particular operand inside a stack. So operand means if it is a A, B, C, D or 1, 2, 3. If it is a operand means, then what I have to do, I have to create a node and simply push that element inside the stack. Okay, say suppose if it is a operator. Okay, so if it is a operand, operator means, operator in sense a slash plus minus or something like this, operator. Okay, if it is an operator means, then what I have to do means, I have to pop two elements from stack. I have to do what operation? I have to do the pop operation. I have to pop two elements from the stack, and I have to create a tree. Okay, I have to create a tree. Again, after that, what I have to push that tree inside the stack. So these are the thing I have to do when I get a operator. Okay, so I repeat it once again. When you get a operator means, then what you have to do, you have to pop two elements from the top of the stack. You have to create a, or you have to construct a tree. Then again you have to push that tree inside the stack. Okay, so these are the points you have to remember to construct a expression tree. I repeat it once again. First step, you have to read the postfix expression one at a time, that is one character at a time. If that character or symbol happens to be a operand means, then simply you can push that operand inside the stack. Okay, if it is a operator means, then you have to pop two elements from your stack. You have to construct a tree. Next, again you have to push that constructed tree inside the stack. Okay, so next slide, I'm going to explain with an example so that you can easily understand that concept. Okay, so have this postfix expression. Okay, so this is your postfix expression. Okay, so postfix expressions means you will give the importance to your that is your characters like operand. Okay, then only you will have a operator. Okay, so first what you are going to do means, let us consider this is a stack data structure. Okay, so first let us assume that your stack is empty. Okay, so let us consider your stack is empty like this. You don't have any elements. Okay, so from this expression, so what is the first, that is from left to right, you have to read your symbol in this way. That is from left to right you have to read, and you have to read one symbol at a time. So what is your first character in this expression? So first character is A, that is a operand. Okay, so if it is a operand means, then what you have to do, you have to push simply, that is you have to create a node. Okay, and you have to simply push that A inside the stack. So what you are going to do, you are going to create a node and you are going to push that A inside the stack. Okay, so this is your first step you have to do. So next, what is your second input? That is your second input is B, isn't it? So now B is the operand. Again, what you have to do, you have to simply push that element inside the stack. So after pushing that one, this will be your result. Okay, can you follow this one first step? So so first let us consider you got the two operand. Okay, so simply what I'm going to do means, just I'm going to push the two elements A, B inside the stack. So first element is A. I create a node and push that one inside the stack, and second element is B, and I push that one inside the stack. Okay, so next let us enter into the third element. What is the third element here? So third element is plus. Now there exists a problem. Okay, so if it is an operand means, I can easily push that one inside the stack. If it is an operator means, then what I have to do, first I have to pop the two elements from the stack. So what are the two elements which is there inside your stack? I have A and B. So first pop the element is B, and second pop the element is A. Okay, so what you have to do means, using this plus operator, you have to create a tree data structure. Listen here, I popped this first element from your stack is B. That element you have to put it on your right child. Okay, so you have to put that one as your right child, and second element in your is your A, that you have to put it in your left child of your operator plus. So after creating your tree structure, again you have to push that tree structure inside your stack. So this is your second diagram after completing your AB plus. So till now you completed only this AB plus. I hope you follow this one. So you have to remember only the two rule. If it is a operand means you have to push simply inside the stack. If it is a operator means you have to pop two elements, topmost two elements from your stack, and you have to create a tree structure, and you have to push that one inside the stack. Okay, so now parallelly, okay, you have to do this one in your notebook. Okay, I hope you are following and you are doing this one in your notebook. Okay, so next one is that next, what is the next input? Anyone tell me what is the next input after plus?
C, ma'am.
Yes, what is the next input, ma?
C, ma'am. C,
C.
ma'am.
Okay, so next input is C. Okay, so C is a operand. Okay, C is a operand. So if it is a operand means what I have to do, I have to simply push that one inside the stack. Okay, C is a operand and D is a operand and E is another operand. Okay, I'm not going to waste the time. So simply I'm going to push all the operands inside the stack. Okay, so already we have this tree data structure inside the stack, and C, D, E. By creating a node, I can push that one inside the stack as it is. Can you follow this one? So this is the third diagram I got after completing all these operands C, D, E. Okay. In your notebook, try to do separately. For C, you have to do that is a third step, and fourth step it goes on like this. Okay. For simplicity purpose, I have drawn one. I have taken only this part. Okay. So C, D, E. This is only the operand. So I pushed all the operands inside the stack. So first I push C. Okay, next one is D. Next one is E. So in your top, okay, now at present in your top I have E. Okay, so after that what happens? Next one is after E. Next I have to go for your next input. That is the next input is plus. Now exists a problem. Okay, so if it is a plus means then what you have to do? It is a operator. So if it is a operator means you have to pop two elements from your stack. Okay, so you are going to pop two elements from your stack. So what are the two elements? That is the topmost elements from your stack means you have only D and E, isn't it? So in your from your topmost element you have only, you should not consider this part. Okay, you have to see that this one, that is D and E. So your operator is plus, isn't it? So plus is your operator, and you are going to pop these two elements D and E, and where you will now you have to create your tree data structure where you will put this D and E means. So first you pop the element is E because that is the topmost element, isn't it? So that is placed in your right child of your plus operator, and D is your second popped element. So that should be placed in your left child of your plus operator. Okay, so after doing this one you will get your fourth diagram like this. Okay, this is your fourth diagram. Okay, so in this one you popped this E and D. So and I created your tree data structure by using this plus operator, and I got this tree structure like this. Okay, so after this what I have to do? Again I have to push that element inside the stack. So after completing this plus, okay, after reading this plus, so fourth diagram is your that is your current part. Okay, so let us consider this part is over. Now I am going to do your fifth diagram. Let us see what happens here. So if your plus is over means next input is that asterisk. Okay, so now asterisk is your operator. So if it is an operator means again you have to remove two elements from your stack. So this is your topmost element and this is your next element. Okay, so what is your first element? You have a tree data structure, that is plus DE. This is your tree data structure. So you have to remove this one and you have to put the right side of your asterisk. Okay, So next one, what is the second popped element? That is your element you are going to remove, means C you are going to remove, and you have to put that one in your left side of your asterisk operator. So you are getting your fifth diagram. That is your, if you can see that one in your fifth diagram. Okay, I hope you follow this one. Okay, so fifth diagram, you popped the two elements. Okay, so these are the two elements you removed from your stack, and using this asterisk operator, I formed a tree data structure. And after forming the tree data structure, what I have to do? I have to push that one inside the stack. Okay. So after doing this one, what is the last input I have? So this is the last input, that is the asterisk. So again, asterisk is a operator. Okay. So if it is an operator, means again I have to remove the top two elements. So this is the first element and this is your second element. Okay. So using your asterisk. Okay. So I'm going to use the asterisk operator. So right side of your asterisk operator, I should place the first popped element. So first popped element is nothing but this thing. Okay, this is the tree which I popped your first from your stack. So I'm going to put that one in your right side of your asterisk, and left side of your asterisk I'm going to put this sub tree. Okay, so after constructing this one, I will be getting this tree data structure, which is the final one. So this is the final expression tree I got from this postfix expression. Okay, so this is your this is the first method of constructing your expression tree using postfix expression. So first, if a postfix expression tree expression is given to you, means first you have to see your expression from your left to right. In this way you have to see, and you have to see only two things, if it is a operand or operator. Okay, if it is a operand, means it's very simple, just you can push that one inside the stack. If it is a operator, means you have to pop two elements from your stack. You have to construct your tree using this operator. Again you have to push that constructed tree inside your stack. This process should be repeated till you reach your end of your input. Okay, so this is your construction of your expression tree using a postfix expression. Okay, so this is your first method. I have explained only the first method of your expression tree. Shall we solve one problem? So now you are going to solve your one problem in your notebook. So take this simple problem. So it's a very simple problem. A, B plus C asterisk. Okay. So solve this problem in your notebook, and I want the answer. What will be the root element? Okay. So in your root, what element will be that you have to say. Okay. So that is your question which is given to you, because I can't see the expression tree, isn't it? So please post that answer in your chat. Okay. So first construct your expression tree for the given postfix notation. So your postfix notation is AB. So AB plus C asterisk. Okay. So draw an expression tree in your notebook. And finally, let us see what is the answer. Okay, and you check that answer you are getting in your or not. If you completed, means post your answer in your chat, or you can unmute your mic and tell me your answer. Can you follow?
Root node asterisk, ma'am.
Yes, root node is asterisk. Yes, this is the right answer. You will get your root node as asterisk. Okay, yes, correct. Any other?
Right child is C, ma'am.
Yes. Right
Right
child
child
is?
is C, ma'am.
Yes, very good. Right child is C and left child
Left
of
child is plus, ma'am.
plus. Very good. And plus
Plus of right child is B, ma'am.
B. Okay.
Plus of left side
Left child
left
is
child is A, ma'am.
A. Very good, ma. So this is the answer. Very good. Your name?
Actually, yes.
So this is the answer. Okay. So after constructing your, that is your expression tree using your postfix expression, you will get this answer. How many of you all got this answer? Yes, no one, huh? Yes, can you follow, ma? Okay. What about others? Okay, I will explain this one if you for others. Okay, so those who didn't get this answer, let me explain this one. So you have to see your that is your expression from left to right like this. So first expression is A. Okay, so if it is A means it is an operand, isn't it? So if it is an operand means just what you are going to do means just you are going to create a node and you are going to construct that is you create a node and you're going to push that one inside the stack. What is the second element? So second element is your B. Again you are going to construct another node, B node, because this is an operator and you are going to push that one inside the stack. Okay, what is the third element? Third element is plus. So if it is a operator means what I'm going to do means I'm going to pop this topmost element from your stack and I'm going to create a tree structure using this operator. Okay, what is the current operator? Current operator is plus. So I'm going to use the current operator, create a structure, tree structure. So first popped element is B. So that should be placed on your right side of your plus. And second popped element is A, and that should be placed on your left side of your plus. And after that, I have to push that tree inside your stack. So this is my answer. So next one is C. Okay, C is a operand. So it's very simple. You can just create a node and push that one inside the stack. Okay, so and last one is your asterisk, that is your operator. If it is an operator means you have to pop these top two elements from your stack. So using your asterisk, what you have to do, you have to create a tree structure. Finally you have to push that one inside the stack. So finally be getting the this answer. So first popped element is C, so that should be placed on your right side of your asterisk. And second popped element is this tree data structure, that should be placed on your left side of your asterisk. Okay, so this is your final expression tree. Okay, so I hope you follow this one. Any doubt? Yes? Can you follow, ma? Yes, are you listening, students?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay, let's see one more example. Okay, you solve this one and tell me what is the root element. Okay, so solve this will be your last problem, and solve this problem in your notebook and tell me the last that is your what is your root element, what root element you are getting. Within 2 minutes you can solve this problem. So problem is you are going to construct an expression tree using postfix expression. Okay, so this is the postfix expression. So A, B, C star plus D, E, F plus star plus. So first you write this expression in your notebook first, then start constructing your expression.
The root node is plus, ma'am.
Root node is
Plus.
plus. Okay. So if you see your previous example and this example or anything, so whenever you get your postfix expression, okay, so always your root node will be, that is the last one. Okay. So what is the operand which is present in your last expression, that is in your the operator in your last expression, means that one will be your root node. So you have to remember that one. Okay. And I will explain. Can you follow this one?
Yes, ma'am.
What about others? Have you got this
Yes,
answer?
ma'am.
Okay. So you please, this one, I worked this one in my notebook. Okay. So I showed this as an example. So first one is an ABC. It is a operand. Simply you have to push that operand by creating a node. Okay. So next one is an operator asterisk. So I have popped the two element from the stack. Then I have created an expression. Okay, constructed an expression. Again, I push that one inside the stack. Okay. So this is the second step. Next one, if it is a plus, means again it is a operand. I have to, what I have to do? I have to pop the two element from the stack. I have to, by using a plus, I have created a expression tree. Again, I push that elements inside the stack. Okay. So next one is DEF. This is the operand. So one by one, I'm going to push the operand inside the stack. So first one is D, second one is E, third one is F. I pushed all the operands inside the stack. So next one is plus. So if it is plus, means what I have to do? I have to pop the first two elements. So that is the first one is F and the second one is E. So after popping that one, what I have to do? Again, I have to form an expression tree. Okay. So form an expression tree, then I have to push that one inside the stack. So this, after completing this one, so again I have to go for an asterisk, isn't it? So next one is asterisk. It is the operator. If it is an operator, means you have to pop the two elements from your stack. Then using the asterisk operator, I have to construct an expression tree. Again, I have to push that one inside the stack. And last one is your plus operator, and you have to pop that two elements from your stack, and you have to create your expression tree. And you see this one. So finally, you're getting your root element, only the operator which is present at the last of your expression, that forms a root element in your expression tree. Okay. So always you remember this one. So if you see your previous, that is your example, okay. So for if you see your previous example or any example, so always you see whenever you have your that is your last operator, okay, that will be your root element. Okay. So if you see this one also, I will show you this one. So in this one, asterisk is your last operator. Okay. So what is your root element? So root element is your asterisk. Okay. So in your postfix expression, whenever you get your last operator, that you bring it to your root element, and from that root element you can construct. Okay. That we are going to see in your second method. Okay. Till now, do you have any doubt in your first method? So we discussed our first method using your stack data structure. I hope you follow your first method. Okay. Let us see your second method. Okay. So what happens in your second method means we are not going to use any stack data structure over here. Okay. So I'm going to simply, by seeing your expression, I am going to construct my expression tree. So these are the three rules you have to follow in order to construct your expression tree. Okay, so what is the first rule means? Operators can have children, but operands not, obviously. Okay, if you see any expression tree, what is the thing you have to remember whenever you see your operand? Okay, that should be placed on your leaf node. If it is a leaf node, means definitely you will not have any branches, you will not have any children. So that is the first rule you have to remember. If you have an operator, means operator will be placed on in your internal node, isn't it? So definitely that operator can have the children, but operators cannot have the children. It means that you have to place it on your, that should be your leaf node. Okay, and second rule is that nodes can have only the two children. Okay, that is an expression tree. It's belongs to your binary tree. So definitely your expression tree will be your, that is, it should strictly follow the rule of your binary tree. That is, at most you can have only the two branches. Okay, so that is a second rule. And third rule is that, so when you start constructing your tree structure, so you give preference to your right first. Okay, so first you have to give preference to your right first. If right is completed, means then you move on to your left. I hope you follow. When you constructed a node, from that node you have to travel along your right side. When the right side is over, means then you move on to your left side. So these are the three rules you have to follow while constructing your postfix expression. So let's see with an example. So this is your expression, okay, postfix expression. So from this postfix expression, from left, that is, while constructing your postfix expression using your second method, you have to go from right to left. Okay, not from left to right. You have to go from this way, right to left. Right to left means your first input will be your plus. Okay, so I'm going to take your plus as your first input, and you have to create your, this is your first diagram or first step. Okay, so you have to create your node and you mark that one as your current node. Okay, and next one is that, so you have to see your you have to see your next symbol. What is the next symbol? If plus is over, means you have to move it from right to left, isn't it? So when your plus is over, means you have to see your next symbol. So next symbol is your slash. Okay, so it's your slash, means what you have to do means you have to create, you have to move from your root or current node. So this is your current node. Okay, so from this current node I have to create another node. So what is your third rule? Your previous third rule is you have to traverse along your right side first. If right is occupied only, you have to go to your left side. Okay, so this is the rule you have to follow. So for this one, what happens? So you don't have any left or right. So first you have you have to occupy your right side first. So I'm going to create your node. Then I'm going to put this slash over here. So now this becomes your current node. So next one, after completing next one, that is a slash, I'm going to move on to your next symbol, that is 8. So 8. So from this is your current node. Isn't it? Slash is your current node. So from now I'm here. So what is your symbol? 8 is your symbol. So what I have to do, again I have to move on to your right side because right is there. So I'm going to create a node. Okay. So and I'm going to mark this 8 over here. So 8 is created. Next element is, what is the next element? So next element is 3, isn't it? So 3 is the next element. So my current node is 8. Okay. So 8 is the operand. Okay. So operand, what is the rule you have to follow? For your operand, I cannot have a children or child. Okay. Like don't, that is a leaf node. I should not have any branches. So I should not connect left or right. Okay. So over here, so I have to backtrack over this your parent node. From your 8, I have to move it to your parent node, that is slash. So here is right side is over, only left side is I have a space. So I have to create your left side one node and I have to put this 3 over here. I hope you are following. Okay. So after this 3, next I have to move to your asterisk. Okay. So now this is my current node. Okay. So current node is 3. Okay. So current node is 3 means this is your root node. Okay. I should, this is your current node and this is your operand. So operand means I cannot have a children. Again, I have to go to your parent node. So this is my parent node. Okay. That is a parent node is slash is already filled. So I have to go to your grandparent node, that is plus. So for this right side is occupied. So therefore I'm going to move on to your left side. So left side I'm going to create a node and asterisk. Okay. So after that, now my current node is asterisk. So next one is 6. So where I will mark this 6. So I will mark the 6 as right side of your this asterisk. Okay. So here I have to mark this 6 over here, and next one is 2. Okay, after this I cannot create a node. So what I have to do, I have to go for your left side of your asterisk. Okay, so this is how I have to create a postfix expression for your second method. Okay, so this is your final expression tree. So any doubt in this, ma?
No, ma'am.
Yes.
No, ma'am.
Okay, ma. So let's see. In our next class, okay, if you don't have any doubt, means I stop this session. Okay.